Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. The claim that I'm lazy be killing me, maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see the rhythm in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom be busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Box I over Judas. Was his back for baby ass school. That kid ain't not overzealous. They bought my jealous. I bought brand new pair of bellows. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Shalom, shalom. This is I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K. started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K. is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead the nation of Israel. You know what I mean? I say, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Barakatham to my brothers. Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba'asham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. All right, so the title is, you know what I mean, on YouTube, God loves blacks, Hispanic, and native people only. You know what I mean? Translate that now to, you know what I mean, over TikTok now. The title that, you know what I mean, I wanted to say, but because we know that the white man is the devil that the Bible speak of, we kind of, you know what I mean, have to change it up so that somebody, some oppressor don't see the video or the title and flag it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Captain Mashak. You know what I mean? Big cap in the ISUPK, you know? Yeah, man. All right. So, yeah, man. The Most High is not pro-Jewish people, but he's pro-Black Hispanics and Native Indians, who are the real children of Israel. All right. So, we grew up in the Christian church and we think God is an all-loving God. You understand? And it takes the ISUPK and a command in general, Your Honor, to really let people get the proper context of the Bible. You understand? I said this time and time again. Just imagine if the Chinese invaded Jamaica, you see, and they went into the House of Parliament and stole all Jamaica's history and record and compiled it in a book. That would be an equivalent of Jamaica's Bible. The Bible is the constitution and the history of the children of Israel. You know what I mean? It is not dealing with any other nation. You understand what I mean? The white man have his own constitution. You know what I mean? The American Constitution, the British Constitution. You know what I mean? The Indian man have his own constitution. And we're not talking about our native Indian brothers. You understand? Big up 18 of the building. Big up. See? You have the Chinese man. You know what I mean? Xi Jinping, I'm sure them over there in China have their own constitution. You understand? However, the Bible is our constitution. So like, let me just read a comment right here. All right. You know what I mean? Sorry to hear that about your wife, brother Shelton. All right. We definitely can put a prayer in for you. But I would encourage you to go to North Carolina. You say you're from North Carolina. Link up with the brothers in North Carolina. Let me just give you a number to call so that you can actually go to class. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Just sit down with the brothers. You know what I mean? And the brothers can give you good counsel and how to deal with the situation right now. All right? Now I'll give you a number. See? You can call. This is our captain. See? Just give him a call. Tell him your situation. You know what I mean? He'll give you instructions on how to forward come a class and sit down with, you know what I mean, brothers where you can learn the truth up front. You know what I mean? And personal. And as well, brothers will be able to pray for your wife and all them things there. Of course, we don't do it like the Christian church, but you know what I mean? We have our own protocols in which we can, you know what I mean, help brothers and sisters in that situation, all right? So just give that number a call, okay, brother? You know what I mean? All right. So, like Omida say, you know what I mean? The Chinese, of course, have for them own constitution. You know what I mean? The thing about the Bible is, it is our constitution. It's the constitution of the children of Israel. From front to back, it is constantly talking about the children of Israel. You understand? But there's just a difference with our constitution. It have an account with us encountering a power which the world call God. You understand? We have an account of an encounter with a supernatural power. You understand? Which the world don't deny exists, you know, the supernatural power. Other nations build statue claiming that this is the power. Other nations worship a rock claiming that this rock is the power. However, our nation, see, we have that interaction with that power, the real power that created this earth, you know what I mean, and is responsible for the creation of life. You know what I mean? We have a covenant with that power. You understand? That is the only difference between our constitution. So when people read our constitution now, them say religion, but there's no religion in it. It's talking about a nation, you know what I mean? Our history, our rise, our fall, you know what I mean? And how we would obtain glory again, you know what I mean? And our covenant that we have with our power, Yahweh. You understand? This world does not know that power because he chose us. You know what I mean? And even though he created all these other people, You understand? He's not dealing with them. You understand? And the relationship that we have with that power is a relationship of father and son. Hence the reason why he renamed the same power, renamed our forefather Jacob, or Yaakov in the Hebrew, to Yashar Allah, which is Israel, which means prince of the power. Of course, Israel is the English translation. You know what I mean? Some Chemician believers, people that believe in Egypt, you know what I mean? Sidebar a little bit. We were enslaved in Egypt. See, so we are not Chemicians. You understand? But these Chemicians want to say it is Ra and El, but that is not even our name. Our name is Yashar Allah. So, you know what I mean? To say Israel, or to say that Isis, Ra, and El are Egyptian God, it doesn't apply because we never call him our name that. Is Yashar Allah. You understand? So just to clear up that. But so our name translates to Prince of the Power or Sons of God. You understand? Sons of the Power, the Creator. See? And the Bible is our constitution. You understand? However, in this covenant that we have with the Most High, there are rules. See? There are laws that we are supposed. It's like a contract. You know what I mean? It's not a contract with the devil. See? This thing on my sidebar a little bit again. This thing that them call the Star of David, it is not a star. It doesn't have any magical power. We don't bow down and worship it. You understand? You know what I mean? This is simply David's name in Hebrew. You understand? The I.S.U.P.K is not demonic. We don't worship the devil. You know what I mean? If you say we are a cult, you know what I mean? Well, this is the cult that, you know what I mean, actually worship the Most High. Actually do what the Bible says. Of course, we are not a cult, but people like to put that on us when the Christian church is the real cult. The Rastafari community is the real cult. You know what I mean? In the Christian church, children get molested and, you know what I mean, people keep it a secret. That sounds like a cult to me. You understand? We see a situation where a pastor in Mobile killed 2 of his church members. That doesn't seem like a cult. There's nobody being killed in the I.S.U.P.K. There's nothing but righteous brothers and righteous sisters in the I.S.U.P.K. We care and love we care about and love our people. But if you ask we if we love the oppressor, no, we don't love the oppressor. We don't have enough love to go around for the oppressor. Will you say we are evil for not loving the person who enslaved us? Come on, that would be unreasonable. You know what I mean? We don't have no love for the Chinese. Are we unreasonable? Are we unrighteous for not loving the other nations? And only giving our love to our people? That can't be unreasonable. You know what I mean? That's like a wife saying to her husband, you know what I mean? Why don't you love these other women out here? How come you love me alone? Well, of course, we know that a man cannot have more than one wife, but you know what I mean? We just give an example still. See? If your children say, oh, you don't love your neighbor's children, or does we alone you send to school? Or does we alone, you know what I mean, you put food on the table for? You know what I mean? You are full of hate. That make no sense. Your children is your responsibility. They have parents. Let their parents take care of them. You understand? And that is what we do. We are only responsible for the children of Israel. Why? Because the Most High only care about the children of Israel. You know what I mean? And the Most High told us to not come together with these other nations because we will learn their customs. You know what I mean? Customs like Christmas, which is the worship of Nimrod. And in the Bible, it tells you about that Christmas tree. It is not new. You know what I mean? Many of the customs that you see in this earth today, it's not new customs. It has been around for thousands of years. The white man is not original. All he does is go around, conquer nations and steal their culture. But not every culture, you know what I mean, is good culture. Even though he steal our culture, he mix it with a lot of other Eden cultures. See, so not everything that you see the white man do. As a matter of fact, I can't think about anything that the white man does, you know what I mean, that is not entrenched in sin and idolatry. You know what I mean? Like I said, Christmas. You know what I mean? Our people worship Christmas religiously, and the Christian church brings that in. But the history behind Christmas is the worship of a false god. You understand? Of an idol. You understand? Nimrod and Talmuz. You understand? And of course, the covenant that we have with our power, our God, is that we should never have any other God beside him. You understand? The heathens, they don't have a covenant with the Most High. The Chinese don't have a covenant with the Most High, so they worship Buddha. They make a statue and worship Buddha. You understand? The East Indian don't have a covenant with the Most High. See? So what them do, them worship a God named Shiva. And sidebar a little bit again, that same God is where the Rasta them get them culture from, and they don't know. With the growing of the locks and the smoking of weed. That is Shiva worship. You understand? Why them do that? Because they don't have a covenant with the real power that created this earth, that is responsible for life here on earth. You understand? We do. So we are not allowed to build no statue or bow down and worship any cross or kiss any Kaaba stone. You know what I mean? That is in Islam. We are not allowed to follow the customs of the heathens, because our custom is the real custom given to us by the Creator. You know what I mean? It's the heathens that's supposed to follow us. You understand? But as me say, in the covenant, there are rules and regulations. If we went off into worshiping these, you know what I mean, these gods, these fake gods of the heathens, then we would get punished. You understand? And slavery is one of those punishments. You understand? The Bible, you know what I mean, vividly describe the transatlantic slave trade. Vivid, like, you know what I mean, you can't mistake it. But our people have been in the Christian church. We have been in the Christian church for so long, and there's no mention of slavery being in the Bible. If it wasn't for the I.S.U.P.K and a command in General YAHANNA, people wouldn't have known that, well, our transatlantic slave trade is in the Bible. You understand? And these are the things, are the reasons why we say, oh, you need to come out of the Christian church because you're not learning Deuteronomy chapter 7 and 6, and it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God." Right? So the Most High say we are an holy people. When you're in the Christian church, you know what I mean, you will get the impression that holy means hallelujah, sanctify, you know what I mean, magical, floating off into the air. Holy just means separate. Then, holy just means separate or set apart. So what the Most High is saying is that we are a separate people unto him. Meaning you have the other people them when create over here, so, and then you have we over here, so with him. You understand? So we are his holy people, his separate people that him want for himself. You understand? Let me continue reading. "The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself." You understand? So the Most High create all these nations of people, and him look and him look and him look and him say, more of them one day. Them one day are gonna be my people. Them are gonna use rule this earth. Because everybody can't be equal. There's no such thing as equality. The white man talk about equality, yet still he rules this earth, and we are second tier. You understand? We are second-class citizens in his world. We are, as a matter of fact, we are underneath every other nation. We are the bottom of the pot. You understand? All right. Lancy Matthews say, "You are my general. Bless up." Well, the real general is General YAHANNA, brother. See? That is the real general. But you know what I mean? Thanks anyway. You know what I mean? We want to see you in class, brethren. We don't just want to not compliment you because we are not TikTokers, you know. You know what I mean? We just use TikTok, YouTube, social media to reach people them and teach people them. But we want soon in person. We want soon, you know what I mean, shake on the hand, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Just meet on in person. You understand? So, yeah, man, thanks for the big up, but we want soon in person, brother. All right? Yeah, man. So, the Most High chose we as his special people unto himself. He's going to use us, you know what I mean? We will be his children. He will use us to set the laws in the earth. You know what I mean? We will be that nation that governs the earth. You see, like how the white man governs the earth today in unrighteousness and wickedness and cruelty. We will govern the earth in righteousness. You understand? And the laws come directly from the creator of this planet. So it is in unison with this earth. So there will be no, you know what I mean, destroying of the ozone layer when we are in rulership. You understand? There will be no animals going extinct when we are in rulership. There will be no oppression of no people when we are in rulership. You understand? There will be peace amongst our people. You know what I mean? Because we are keeping the laws. Because the earth is governed by law, you know. Every nation governed by law. That is all. You know what I mean? You have law and order, and you don't have chaos. But these laws that we got from the Most High are so special because they come directly from the one that created all of this. So it's foolproof. It can't go wrong with that. It's like you buy a TV and instead of trying to figure out how the TV works, you read directly from the manual. That is what getting the laws from the Most High is really. It is not outdated like Muta Baruch and them would want to make you think that the Bible outdated. You know what I mean? Well, if the Bible outdated then, brother, that means that it's okay for a man to rape a woman then. Because the Bible says you must not rape a woman. If you rape a woman, that is a death penalty. How can the Bible be outdated and murder is still a crime? The Bible said thou shalt not murder. You understand? So when you hear some man talk about the Bible outdated, let me tell you what I go on. There's enough of them people that will go against the Bible. It's not because them find any hidden knowledge somewhere out there and learn no great history about Africa. You know what I mean? Because them love big up Africa. You know? Sorry for sidebar, but I just want to touch upon this point. See? As if they did not research about Africa and find bad things about Africa. Are you telling me that Africa is this utopia that You know what I mean? Nothing goes wrong in Africa. Are you telling me that there is not mass genocide taking place amongst African over there in Africa? Are you telling me that African militants don't go around and kill thousands of people at a time? I mean, crime bad in Jamaica, but we don't kill 1,000 people at a time. The most we ever hear are what? Four people dead at one time, probably 5. You know what I mean? We're bad, but we're not that bad. So why are these people making it seem like Africa is this utopia that, like it's Wakanda? Like Africa is Wakanda. So what me I try to show you is them go against the Bible, not because them find any special knowledge, you know what I mean, about Africa. It's just the laws in the Bible, them not too like. May I tell you the truth? The laws that say you can't sleep with another man's wife. You understand? They not like it. The law that say, well, you know what I mean, a man shall not lie with another man. They not like that. You know what I mean? Some of them are bottom bandits. You understand? So them come up against the Bible with fervency. You understand? Because them are low down homosexual, some of them. You know what I mean? And the Bible said, thou shalt not steal, and enough of them are robber. You understand? So I don't really say the Bible, all right, because these same people who talk about the Bible are fairy tale and oh God, if make this and Ray. See? Them same people are believing in Obia. Them same people are believing in Obia. So if what in the Bible is impossible, why are you trying to teach me about something that is quote unquote equally impossible? Isn't Obia all about magic working and one bag of supernatural stuff? So why are you saying now that the Bible is a fairy tale because it have supernatural things taking place in it? Meanwhile, you practice Obia. So may I try to show you, say, look, and the Bible burn out Obia. So what may I try to tell you is the reason why enough of them people that come up against the Bible is not because them feel like the Bible is a fairy tale. It's because the Bible burn out enough of what them do. You understand? All right, let me just jump back on the scripture then. See, let me read back this again. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And it said, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, talking about the children of Israel, that is blacks here in Jamaica, you know what I mean, who were broadcast in the slave trade, you know what I mean, North, Central, South America, Hispanics and Native Indians. These are the 12 tribes of Israel, you know what I mean, and we can't live out with Haitian brothers, them, not the Haitian, you know, Haiti, you know, which are our priests in time past. You understand? The Haitians, them, Haiti, saying the Levites. You understand? God love them people. They are God's chosen people. Don't watch the condition with them in right now. The white man world is falling apart. Sidebar again. Today, Russia fired a missile and it landed in Poland. You know what I mean? Killing 2 people. World War III is escalating. See? And you know what I mean? You know, them say the Article 5 apply when one NATO country, you know what I mean, is attacked. Then all of them are forgetting of the war. So, you know what I mean, we not say this about be, because them are coward, you know, they don't want war, you know. At the most I push the war, you know, you think of them? At the most I must stop the war. Them no want to go to war. See? We not say this about be the straw that breaks the camel back, but just know say this war is escalating. And as this war escalates to nuclear destruction, the white man kingdom will come to an end. And then you who are at the bottom of this society, you are going to rise to the top. See? So the Haitians, our brothers, don't watch the condition that they are in right now. They will rise to the top. See? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Most High is racist. And this is what you don't learn in the Christian church. You learn in the Christian church that God loves everybody. That is not in the Bible. That is not in the Bible. The Most High is racist. See? The Most High is racist. The God of Israel is racist, and he only loves the children of Israel. See? All right, so, all right, I'm going to count the people over here. So we have Michael, see? Shalom, brother. Shelton, remember to just contact the number. Call Cap, Zin. Yeah, man. Then you have Chupa, Salakia, Chupa, Kalataza, big up yourself, brother. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Shakata. Zin. Then you have Mata Ya Allah. You know what I mean? From Greenville, South Carolina, Yahweh Hashem Shakata. You know what I mean? All right. So, yeah, man. So, the white man kingdom is coming to an end. And we are the ones who will rule shortly because we are the Most High's people. You know what I mean? Why are we over here being subjected to the white man? Is because of the same covenant that we have with the Most High that we broke. You know what I mean? We started celebrating Christmas. Well, before time, back in the days, it wasn't Christmas. It never called Christmas. You know what I mean? I think it was called Saturnalia. See? We went off into the worship of the Queen of Heaven, which is Ishtar, which is Easter. You know what I mean? We worship Molech, which this is not Molech star. Molech don't have a star. They misunderstood the Bible. See? And we went off into the worship of all sort of idolatry. And the Most High did don't say it in a Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. Let me just find that quick and fast. See? Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. Me just have to read that quick. You know what I mean? Remember to tap up the screen, share on the video on YouTube, Facebook, and also on TikTok. Right? 1 second. Let me just find that scripture quick and fast. And show you where. This was when we were let me put this the right way. This was when we were given this covenant. Covenant is another way to say contract. You know what I mean? It wasn't no signing away of one soul. We know people today is deep into conspiracy theories. So when them hear contract, the first thing them think is signing your way to the devil. Covenant just mean contract. You know what I mean? Is a bond between two parties, meaning we have an agreement. You understand? All right. So this was right when we were solidifying this covenant. The Most High said this. And this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And he said, so after he told us, you know what I mean, the benefits of keeping this covenant or keeping this contract, so to speak. May I use contract so that our people can understand the modern term of what took place here. See? He told us the blessings. So if you keep this covenant, you shall be the head and not the tail. The Christian church love to, you know what I mean, read that. He also say, you know what I mean, your bread basket shall not go empty. The Christian church love that. You know what I mean? Them read that, but out of context. You understand? But himself on the other hand, if you will not keep these laws, and the last curse, I list out a bag of curses after I list out the blessings. See? The last curse out of all the curses, see, is verse 68, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. You find the blessings and the curses in Deuteronomy 28. You understand? And this is the last curse out of all the curses. And this is what the Most High said. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And we know that we were in slavery in Egypt. And the word Egypt literally means bondage or slavery. You understand? Matizarium in the Hebrew, house of bondage. So this is saying, and the Lord shall bring thee into bondage or slavery again. Because at this point when he's saying this, he's saying we were just rescued from Egypt. You understand the land where them call Egypt. So him say again, but this time with ships. Well, we know that we never went back into the physical land of Egypt, but we went into slavery by the means of ships. You know what I mean? There's no people on this face of this earth other than blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian who can say that they went into slavery by the means of slave ships. That is why nobody can relate to the Bible. You understand? But if it wasn't for the I.S.U.P.K. first and foremost, this would have flown over our heads. See? But when we analyze it, this only applies to us. And as we analyze the Bible some more, we realize that, oh shit, all our sufferation and everything to the T is in the Bible. That is all we know that we were dealing with a supernatural power, because he told us what would happen to us before it happened. And now, when it happened and we lost our identity, like he said we would, then when we read back the Bible, we say, oh shit, this is what happened to us. This is why we over here having amnesia as to who we are. There is no other people on the face of the earth who have amnesia as to who they are as a people. Are we alone? And the Bible says you will have amnesia. Quote Zakiat. It never used the word amnesia, but it basically I tell you, say, look, you know what I mean? You are going to get cut off from your heritage. You're not going to remember who you are. Basically, it says. And we are the only people that I'm to. There's so much, there's countless things, Virgin. You can't have a number there. You understand? Let me continue reading though. It said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, which is slavery, again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. All right, so now remember, him just take we out of Egypt, and he said that he's going to bring us into a promised land. We have not reached the promised land yet. So he must say, you see, the way where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Meaning talking about the promised land, the land that them now call the land of Israel, which is basically the whole of the Middle East, which is basically the land with all the most resource in the earth. That is why everybody fights over that land. You understand? That is the most highest land, him special land. So him have a special people and him give them the special land, the most fertile, everything. Those people that talk about Africa and its fertility. Africa was not as fertile as the land that them call the Middle East. You understand? Africa was not as fertile as that land. That was the special land. That was where all the resources were. You know what I mean? Everything that you would consider resource was in that land. The promised land. You know what I mean? Veronica said, the promised land. Right, sis? See? Yeah, man. Why you think there's wars being fought over that land right now in the Middle East? Yeah, because they know what is over there. You understand? All right, so let me continue. So it says, you see that same land, we shall see it no more again. We got that land from the Most High. See? But he must say, yo, if you break my laws, you're going to slavery, and you're not going to see that land there again. See? And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, or slave men and slave women. We were sold on action blocks. You understand? When we went into slavery as slave men and slave women, that happened to us. This is just one verse may I read, one single verse in the Bible may I read, and it does connect with different aspects of our life, things that reach us. And it also said, and no man shall buy you. What does it mean by no man shall buy you? Your Christian pastor can never answer that. See? Because your Christian pastor don't take the time to understand the Bible, because that is not the motive of the Christian church. The motive of the Christian church is to get you to love everybody while everybody hates you. See? This is saying no man shall buy you because the Israelites had a custom. Not a custom, but a law given to us from the Most High, that if a man went into debt, or, was in debt, that he could work off that debt. So he will become like a servant. See? And if you have a family member who had the money to pay off that debt, he could buy him back. You understand? So when it said no man shall buy us, it don't mean we wouldn't be sold on the auction blocks, It means that no man shall redeem us back out of that slavery. So Marcus gave him try. You know what I mean? I post a couple of videos talking about Marcus Garvey hating Selassie, and that is the facts. And we're going to sidebar and touch upon that right now as well. See? But before we do that, Marcus Garvey was trying his very best to save black people. You know what I mean? But he was unsuccessful. You know what I mean? Martin Luther King, even though this man was a greedy, disgusting bastard who loved white women. You know what I mean? Him trying best as a little Christian pastor who love, them call him RG Mike. You know what I mean? Was a freaky. I don't know if Christian pastor them freaky. See, him try when could, them kill him. And so many other black leaders who try to save us out of this captivity, fight for our rights here in this captivity, them feel they weren't able to redeem us or buy us back. You understand? That is what this is saying. See? All right, so now let me sidebar. Marcus Garvey ate Selassie. We just have to say that. See? We know, you know what I mean, our brothers in the Rastafari community don't like to hear that. And when them hear that, there's never any substantial counteraction to it. Because it is true. You understand? What they try to do is skip and dance around it. But Marcus Garvey hated Selassie. No, this is the foundation of the Rastafari movement. After this, there should be nobody saying that you're a Rasta. I mean, there is no religion this easy to pick apart to show you that the foundation of Rastafari is so weak. And why would you put your trust in a weak foundation? We have a strong foundation here in the I.S.U.P.K. So strong that, you know what I mean, Kanye West can say that we are the real Jews and he get banned. You know what I mean? Kyrie Irving can post, you know what I mean, a link to a video or a movie that says that black people are the real Jews and he's being punished harshly. Why? Because our foundation is strong. What we are saying is dangerous to this infrastructure that rules us. The white man kingdom will fall if you know what we know. You understand? But the Rastafari doctrine is so easy to pick apart. So easy. You know what I mean? And we don't do it out of mischief. You know what I mean? I mean, if you have to follow something, if your people have to follow anything, you have to make sure say it's something tangible that will help your people. But this is Rastafariism in a nutshell. Marcus Garvey had a movement here in Jamaica, which we know that it became a mass movement over there in the United States. That is where it became powerful. See? But before he was in the United States, he had a movement here in Jamaica. And those people followed Marcus Garvey, you know what I mean, sincerely. But Marcus Garvey went to the United States. And these same Garveyites here in Jamaica did not know what to do because they never have a leader. These are the people who became Rasta. See? No. Marcus Garvey had a saying where he said that, you know what I mean, look to the east for the crowning of a black king, which is the misunderstanding of a certain scripture. Of course, Marcus Garvey did not understand the Bible. We understand the Bible. See? But his followers here in Jamaica, after he left, thought this was talking about Selassie. Selassie became emperor of Ethiopia, and they said, well, surely is this man him talk about? At that time, come on, Jamaicans, we here in Jamaica, we were so ignorant. You understand? We never have no understanding or nothing. So when them see that, them say, surely Selassie. But Selassie not even did identify with black people over here. Look down upon with charge. Selassie look down upon with disgusting. You know what I mean? Like so little disgusting people over here. So then, anyway, while they were worshipping Selassie here in Jamaica, them leader Marcus Garvey was burning out Selassie in the United States. So there was a misunderstanding. Somebody jumped to a conclusion. The man named Leonard Howell, he was a Garveyite. He's the man that spearheaded the Rastafari movement. And they made Marcus Garvey the prophet of Rastafariism against him will. Because Marcus Garvey would denounce that, why are you making me a prophet of this filthy, disgusting bastard that I don't like? You understand? But these are things that the Rastafari community hide from you. They not tell you the whole truth. The movement are going good. Music are make. Them a worship Selassie and them a make money. Artists boss and turn Rasta as an image because the movement was so, you know what I mean, respected. But it never have no foundation. You understand? It never helped black people here in Jamaica. Case and point. Why have our condition changed here in Jamaica because of Rastafariism? No. We even worse. No, we children left school and hook on weed. You understand? The Rastafari community teach us that weed is a culture. You need to blame the Rastafari community for why your little young son is smoking weed in high school. You understand? Because if they did not make weed so popular in Jamaica, your children wouldn't be smoking weed in school. Weed wouldn't be so prevalent. The youth them on the corner wouldn't be rubbing out them and miggle like how them are rub it out today. Rastafari popularized weed smoking. That's all they did. And we know that is destructive to our people. And we know that is hard for some of our people to swallow. Because guess what, Gwan? Because of the Rastafari community, you have been hooked on weed too. You are hooked on weed. And we know that a man hooked on a drug will fight for that drug. I'm show you the danger of weed. The crackhead knows the crack bad for him, you know. But you see the weed man, him don't think him a do nothing wrong. But we know the weed mash you up, slow you down, make you lazy. You know what I mean? The weed is the reason why you call enough of them youth a crop. You understand? All right. So that is Rastafariism in a nutshell. After this, there should be no Rastas. If every Rasta hear this and still be a Rasta, that is just, and we call it stubbornness. That is stubbornness. Because if Marcus Garvey was here when they started worshiping Selassie, Marcus Garvey would have probably beat them like how Christ beat out the scribes and the Pharisees them out of the temple. And Marcus Garvey narrated Selassie. Selassie is this weak coward. Hey, one thing we have to give Marcus Garvey, I'm sorry for stray away from the point. See, we have to respect Marcus Garvey for this. That man was not weak. Marcus Garvey was not a weak man in a virgin. Marcus Garvey was a strong brother, you know, who believe in a way and believe and fight against oppression and fight against. Marcus Garvey went to the United States and gave black people life, the courage to fight. Marcus Garvey influenced so many leaders across the world. Marcus Garvey was not weak, but guess who was weak? Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie was weak. And Marcus Garvey said he was weak and he was a slave trader. You know what I mean? So as I say, after this, if a man still want to be a Rasta, go and go be a Rasta, but just know, say the foundation of Rastafariism don't even make sense. It's not practical. See? All right, let me get back to the scriptures. All right, so we're going to jump to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 14 and 2, and it said, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the earth." The Most High is racist. The Most High is putting one people above another people. You don't learn that in the Christian church. The Christian church tell you that God loves everybody and everybody equal. That is a lie. That is the reason why you don't believe in God today. Because you are saying, if everybody equal, why some people, you know what I mean, are suffer and some people not suffer? Your concept of God is wrong. And that is what we are trying to teach our people. The Most High only love one people, and they are the people who he punish, because like any good father, he punish him children for when them go off. But if you don't want the punishment of your father, you do what your father say. And what your father tell you to do is not, you know what I mean, difficult to do. It's just because the Christian church teach you that you don't have to keep the Most High's law. So you think, no, well, you know what I mean, I don't have to keep the Most High law, and you go on with your life, but you suffer for breaking it. That is why the Christian church is so dangerous. That is why we need to come out of the Christian church as a people. We need for all our Rastafari leaders accountable and all our Christian pastors accountable. You understand? For what they feed us, the information that they feed us. You know what I mean? We need for all them accountable. You understand? All right. Let me jump to another scripture. This is the book of Romans 9 and 13. See, and remember the title. The title is, well, the title on YouTube is, you know what I mean, God love Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians only. You understand? But the title on TikTok, you know what I mean, we beat them system, is God is anti-Jewish. So big up Captain Mashak, you know what I mean, for the correction. See? All right, so, yeah, man. Romans 9 and 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved. Who is Jacob? Remember, me tell you, say, Jacob's name was changed to Yashar Allah, or Israel, Prince of the Power. His name was YAHANNA in the Hebrew, and it was changed to Yashar Allah. YAHANNA is Jacob, and Yashar Allah is Israel. See? So now the Most High changed his name from meaning supplanter to Prince of the Power, or sons of God. So that is Jacob, and it says, as it is written. Where is it written? In the Old Testament, like we just read before. You understand? Jacob have I loved. But Esau, who is Esau? Esau is Jacob's brother, his twin brother, who came out first. He came out red, all over, like an eerie garment, red and eerie. That is the white man. If the white man don't have them Gillette razor there, he will look like a bear or a goat. You understand? You know what I mean? The white man will look like a goat. He came out red and eerie. So the Most High make you know say him hate the white man. That is the Jewish man. The Jewish man is just another white man. Of course, the Jewish man is Amalek. Amalek is one of the tribes of Esau. Of course, Jacob had 12 tribes, and Esau also had tribes as well. Amalek, which is the Jewish man, is the leading tribe of Esau. They stole our identity. They stole our leading tribe identity. Judah is our leading tribe. Judah is called the Jews. Amalek in Esau, who is the leading tribe of Esau, stole Judah identity, calling himself the Jew, and ruled this earth. You understand? But you know what I mean? We're not getting into that right now. But just know, say, the Jewish man who is Amalek, or the Ashkenazi Jew, see, is also, Esau is just a regular white man. He's no different from every other white man. The only difference is he look out for his tribe only and oppress the other white people them too. So all the white people oppress we, but one particular tribe in Esau oppress us all. Yeah, oppress the earth. The white man oppress the earth, and the Jewish man is at the top of that pyramid that oppress the entire planet. You understand? And they especially oppress us. You understand? But the Most High make you know say him hate Esau. But you learn in the Christian church that God loves everybody. What we are showing you now is that the Most High don't love everybody. That is a lie. Like the many lies that you learn that was told in the Bible. You understand that Jesus never have a father. That is another lie. There's so many things you heard, and it's a lie about the Bible. And we are telling you that God loves everybody is also one of the lies. So if our people would understand now and get the proper context of the Bible, God is only dealing with one set of people. You understand? And that is your people. Then we would say, okay. So it's not a love everybody thing, is do the Most High will as his people and we will rule the earth. It's simple as that. It's not a religion. No religion, you know, it's practical. The Bible is a history book, you know. Them still use the Bible for find ancient civilizations that are lost today, you know, buried under soil, you know, because it's so accurate. Because we were taking accurate records. We were writing these records, and we took pride in how we wrote these records. You know what I mean? And some part of the records had to do with our interaction with that same power, that same person what the world called God. So we wrote things that became supernatural. We wrote things that came to pass in the future. You understand? It is not really hard for you to understand, but if you take off the religion off of the Bible, you will see what go on. If you take Christianity off of the Bible, you will see what go on. You see? It's very simple to understand. It's just the way I call it now, the veil of Christianity that make the Bible seems weird. The Bible is simple, man, because the only thing that would be strange to a person in the Bible is that God is in the Bible. But why would God be strange? Obviously, somebody created the earth. which we would call God. What we are saying that is we have a covenant with that person. He's not a mystery. It is because of our disobedience make we are not, you know what I mean, in contact with him today. You know what I mean? It's because we eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, we murder each other, we break all his laws. Why it seems like God is not real, because him now go come around people with disobedient. You now go see him angels, them a visit prophets like one time. You understand? But even with that, there is still signs that he's out there, because every now and then the white man, sorry for sidebar again, you know what I mean? We do that a lot, but no worry about that. Zin, I just a teaching method. Zin, the white man see UFOs out there and can't explain what they are. What we have the explanation. Those are the chariots of the Most High's angels. You know what I mean? The white man call the angels aliens, but they don't look like what the white man portray them to look. They are just men that them look like black man. You understand? And them fly around in these flying saucer things that CNN broadcast the other day, and every news station broadcast. So you can't say we are talking madness. See? It's real, but the white man create movies to say that, well, these are aliens. They are not aliens. They are the chariots of the angel of the Most High. You understand? And we familiar with them. It is in the Bible. We wrote about them. You understand? But you know, slavery, we became ignorant because the white man cut we off from everything. But thank the Most High, he made the Bible available to us so that this refresh our memory. You know what I mean? So to speak. You understand? But let me continue reading though. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So the Most High loved the children of Israel, and he hates the white man. You know what I mean? And he hates the Jewish man, because the Jewish man is not the real Jew. You know what I mean? Blacks, you know what I mean? Here in the West, you know what I mean? The Benjamites, we eventually were called Jews too, because we live with Judah. You understand? We are the Jews. The Haitians, they are Jews, because half the tribe of Levi was living with Judah, Benjamin. You understand? And half the tribe of Levi went with the northern kingdom. But the southern kingdom, which was Judah, Benjamin, and half the tribe of Levi, they were called Jews. We are the Jews. You understand? All right. You have to come to class to get the full understanding. We know all of this, enough of this might be flying over enough on the head, but you know what I mean? I just saw it go. We have this plethora of information that can't break down not even a 2-hour class. You see? Anyway, Amos 3, chapter 1-2, and it says, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. You understand? So the Most High have a bone to pick with us. See? And him say, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Why would God say that about the children of Israel? For the same reason when I try to show you, God is not dealing with any other nation. He's only dealing with the children of Israel. He not care what the Chinese man do. You understand? He's only dealing with the children of Israel. So him say, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. See him like our father only beat, feed pick them. You understand? When him tell them, sweep the yard, and him go to work and come back and the yard no sweep. Him now go over the neighbor yard and beat the neighbor pitney. Him go beat feed pitney. Because these are his children. Hence the reason why you stuck in the ghetto, because you're getting beaten. Because you're disobedient. You never sweep the yard, so to speak. You never do what the Most High tell you to do, and which is keeping his last statutes and commandments. And it's simple. Just don't yam pork. And on those pork, you don't eat dog, though. You don't eat dog, you know. Why you don't eat dog? Because dog disgusting. Pork disgusting. That is what the Most High is telling you. Don't eat pork. See? Don't eat. All right, let me show you something. The Chinese eat dog. And we say the Chinese disgusting, but yet still we eat pork. But all you know say the dog not taste good as the pork to the Chinese. It's not about taste, is what I'm trying to tell you. The most I say, just don't eat it. Why I'm saying not eat it? He created it, so he know what is good for you and what is bad for you. Just don't eat it. The swine is the garbage dump of the earth. You understand? It's like a dumpster and go around and clean up the ground. The same thing with the lobster. The same thing with the crab. Same thing with the shrimp. But you make it out to be a cuisine. And the most I said, don't eat it. Or you eat it and you get diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. And they say, whoa, I can't manage my sickness. Whoa, hallelujah, Jesus, me I got the church for your healing. And the most I have to put these diseases with it, you know. Because we wouldn't just listen to the most I and say, look, let me just do what the most I say for do and just don't eat pork. Me no care how it tastes, me not eat it. Why? Why me not eat it? The most I say, don't eat it. Just do that, no man. It's simple, you know. Just do what the most I say for do. You understand? So he say, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Iniquities, you know what I mean? Because we broke his laws, with disobedience. You know what I mean? Him tell we not to sleep with the brother's wife. We jump. Then, you know what I mean? The most I make a chuck lick you when you come, when you go to the road. And then everybody say a good youth. Good youth, oh, and him that sleep with him brethren woman, or sleep with a next man woman. Good youth, oh. What you call good? Good is according to the most high laws. You know what I mean? Your granny foot rotten off through diabetes. And you say, boy, this not for reach my granny, you know, because my granny, a good woman, should do so much for the community. What you call good? Your granny name pork. Your granny feed you pork from your little pitney. And your granny gets diabetes. Your granny no good. Your granny teach you Christianity and to celebrate Christmas. Where you talk about your granny good? Your granny chat everybody in the church. Your granny hate the youth them on the corner, call them cruff for them a rub out them and miggle them cruff to them now no you. Your granny no good. Your granny wicked. You understand? It's just your definition of what good is misinterpreted. The most I tell you what good is. Good is when you keep him law. You understand? That is righteousness. You understand? All right, let me jump to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. I will read 54 to 56. See? Let me see if we have no question over here. So if you don't have questions, you can just, you know what I mean? You don't have to just listen to me attack, you know. Of course, me see the brothers, them and the sisters, them, we are comment, you know what I mean, negative. We just now answer them today. But another day, we are going to deal with them, you see? Yeah, man, because we love war, you know. Yeah, man, but today, I know war day. You know what I mean? A brotherhood class tonight, and you know what I mean? Well, every night when me teach a brotherhood class still, but you have times when we go to battle, you see? But we just ignore them now because we realize, say, all right, you know the reason why we ignore them for the most part, we realize that them now bring no solid points across. It's more just to be disrespectful or to disrupt the class or for just get me attention. Yo, Bridging, just easy, man. If we don't have a point, we will answer the point, but just talking madness alone, Bridging, we not gonna address that. You know what I mean? We love war, but you know what I mean? We don't love fool war. We choose to buckle them. Anyway, Zane, we're going to jump to the book of 2nd Esdras 6, 54 to 56. See? And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. See? So the Most High created Adam, and we all come from Adam. Of course, Adam was not the first man on the face of the earth. See? You know what I mean? Contrary to Christian belief. But we all came from Adam because Noah came from Adam and there was nobody but Noah and his children after the flood. See? So we all come from Adam who is at this side of the flood. See? Everybody else who was not of Adam died on the other side of the flood. You understand? Let me continue reading. Who thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Right? Because we, the children of Israel, are the chosen. So the Most High, you know what I mean? Everybody come from Adam, but the Most High have a people who he chose. You know what I mean? Within those people who come from Adam. You understand? So it you know what I mean? It basically, it's that simple. You know what I mean? Everybody come from Adam, but the Most High have a special group of people who come from Adam. That is the Bible, you know. That's all the Bible talking about, you know. See? 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. Right? So the Most High made the world for the children of Israel's sake, not for the Jewish man's sake. Currently, the world is ruled by the white man. See? And the Jewish man is the prime white man who rules the earth. All of them are the same. It's just a particular group of white people who they are the top. See? Are we supposed to rule the earth? You understand? But guess what, go on? The Jewish man use your identity and say that I am the one who is the real ruler of this earth. And he used our laws and went to the top of the pyramid, so to speak. See? He used our laws, them, would tell us that we should love each other. We shouldn't give our culture to other people. We should not, you know what I mean? We should keep the wealth and knowledge inside of our nation. And the same method that this bastard Jewish man use and rule the earth, you know. But guess what you do? Instead of you keep the laws them with the Most High give you, you know what you do? You sell out your dance hall. You smile when the white man talk patwa. You know what I mean? When Ghetto Kirk talk patwa and call your people dunce. You say them dunce with you. Meanwhile, let me sidebar a little bit. No one ever say, well, them call themselves dunce, you know. Come on, we know a skit, them a skit. Them not really believe say them dunce. It's just a style. But guess what? If me and my brethren are on a joke and I call each other dunce, me no want to see nobody else come call my brethren dunce, you know. And that is what you allow Ghetto Kirk, this filthy, disgusting heathen, to come do and agree with him. You have to say to Ghetto Kirk, all right, them call themselves dunce, but you don't try. See, I'm like, oh, if, you know what I mean, your little brother, you know what I mean, get out and you might slap him up like a conk him now, mate, but make a stranger conk him and say, you go to war. That is the attitude where you need to have to your people. No care how stupid your people behave. Don't make another people treat them stupid. I call them stupid. You understand? That is what we should do. And this is how we will grow. Because the Jewish man definitely don't make nobody call him people stupid or discredit them. Because guess what I go on now? Just share a link, Virgin. And the whole of them come down and them lock off every, you know what I mean, infrastructure around him where them control. That is how we operate. That is where the Most High tell we to do. But you know what you do? You make the Chinese and the Japanese them come here and learn your culture and go away with it. Come millions. You make the Africans them. You make the Rasta them trick you boy, you're African. We look like an African boy, yeah? That's what me always say, you know. We don't look like an African much less. But of course, people are going to say, no man, I'm to you, man, Virgin. Me personally, we don't look like no African. See? But anyway, we are an African. But you make the Rastafari community trick you say you're African, and guess what you do? No, you make them do your reggae music and them control the market. Cheese and peace. See? Them control the market right now. If you want a booking, you have to go to Africa. And them have them artists, we name Stone Boy, you know what I mean? All him have to do, I drop one song and him have the billion people over there in Africa to support him. So him just rise to the top quick, richer than you. You're a DJ from 19 how long and you still not buy a house. And one little filthy African just come DJ to nursery rhyme, Virgin. You understand? To nursery rhyme. You know what I mean? I'm show you something. Right now, you know, say the African them call themselves dunce. All right, you know, when name Valiant, sidebar a little bit. See, now show you how your culture strong. See? And you should be offended when them copy your culture because guess what? Them a follow you. Them not original, you know. What them a do? Them not do nothing original. Them a follow you. The things them where you do, where you consider stupid. You say them boy you call themselves dunce. Where the man them not literally mean dunce, you know. The man them just use it as a style. But the African them a follow. The African them a follow it. You see video pan TikTok with Africans that say dunce, rare, boola. You know what them talk already. See? With them clicking at them in them talking. See? And them are gonna get rich, rotten rich off of that because there's over 1 billion people in Africa. And then guess what? Them are gonna say them invent dunce. See? You don't understand economic warfare, you know. Meanwhile, them juvenile out there call themselves dunce, which them not really say them dunce. That don't mean the little youth them are gonna get dunce. Them just say dunce as a style. You are born it out and the African them love it and them are rich off it. You just don't get it. You pay attention to small things and don't realize what is the real danger. The real danger is the heathens them where we allow to come amongst we. You can call yourself dunce any day. It don't mean you're dunce. The problem is when a next man call you dunce, and the problem is when a next man thief your style and monetize himself off it. That's why you could have Stone Boy where you talk about, well, reggae don't really belong to any Caribbean community at its core. And see there, majority of us got outraged. But it was we who allowed that to happen. When we see the heathens doing the things that we created, we welcome them. What we should do is say, well on, other people love we thing, let us patent our thing that whenever them do it, we make a money off it. The Jewish man do that same thing and he rules the earth. And he do it because he steals our custom, our laws given to us from the Most High. You understand? We here in the I.S.U.P.K, we are teaching warfare. You think you know in our war, you know. You think life is just like this because of coincidence, brethren? We are teaching you for war. Warfare we are teaching you. We specialize in war. Our God, Yahweh, is a man of war. Is warfare a go on, bad boy, and people, other nations, them a fight this war, whether it be economical war, cultural war, financial, well, economical war is financial war, you know, and physical war. But you the here so, I live in Wonderland, and then I wonder why your people are suffer. Come on, man, it's a war. You know, I remember say a slavery, you come over here so for serve, you know. You don't make the connection. Say slavery could be the reason why your people over here are suffer and are kill off each other. Who convinced you that slavery had nothing to do with your problems today? Who convinced you that these people who did not suffer slavery, you know what I mean, have the same start as you, or is in the same boat as you? No, most the Christian church, man. The Christian church, where we are teaching warfare, we are teaching all for war, we are teaching say, look, you have to fight on the side of the soldiers that, you know what I mean, suffer the same, you know what I mean, fight where you suffer. You can't look down on your people, see, and join the other nations and then wonder why your people, they are the bottom of society. You have to fight on the side of the people where they're on the same team as you. You know what I mean? Nature teacher that in a charge. The lion don't fight on the side of the cheetah. You know? You understand? They are all the same, way they call it, mammals, you know. See? The cat, the feline. But the lion know that the cheetah and the tiger is his enemy. I mean, where in nature it tells you that God is all about equality. Nature itself tells you that the Most High is not a bring together person. It is a dividing person. Yo, some live over here, so them look alike. Some live over here, so them look alike. That is how nature set up, and that is how the Bible say it is supposed to be. You need to be separate unto the Most High. Don't mix up with the other nation them till them learn your culture and then make money and fight and look down by you and call you gruff and nigger. All African them call you a cutter, which means slave or cotton picker. You think the African them love you? Meanwhile, them tell them daughters to don't marry though a cutter babies or a cutter children. You understand? You think because the Rastafari community, those weed heads, I mean, I stop, yo, Bridget, I just saw it going on. If we don't talk, we don't feel like, yeah, it seems like our people afraid to talk about the Christian church and afraid to talk about the Rastafari community because when you think God in this up, and we are making know say when you can burn them out. You understand? These Rastafarian weed heads, and that's all them is. Make uno love Africa so much. No Africa above you. Where was Africa back in the 80s? Flies surrounding them, malnutrition, all of them things. They know why Europe picking them malnutrition. Africa make themselves rich, technological, them are advanced, and them are look on you with that. When you did fight for, you know, Marcus Garvey and other black leaders over here, even the reggae music, fight on behalf of black people, African people. Mandela. It was reggae music who made them free Mandela, you know. It was Jamaica that made them free Mandela. You think them same South African the business about you? You're a cutters, cotton pickers to them. Understand, no, man? Just understand now we are trying to show no warfare, we are putting up on game. I couldn't understand what I go on. But you know want to love everybody. But oh no, if you want to love everybody and hate the man who live next door to you. Or if you fight your brother and love everybody. That makes no sense. This is the brotherhood class, you know, we teach you know love. But guess what we have to teach you know? We have to teach you know how to not love the other nations. This is the only way you're going to show love to your brother. You understand? Yeah, man. And knowing that you are the Most High chosen people and that He's dealing with you will make you appreciate your brother. You understand? The Jewish man thinks he's the Most High's people and him appreciate him, brother. When him lend money, he don't charge them usually. That is what the Bible says we must deal or we must deal with each other. But him steal it and him make him brother rich. We they are bad mind each other. That way they are do. Bad mind one another. For the little scraps where they are. Nothing they are, no? Nothing they are what we are fight over. The Jewish man have trillions of dollars. Control everything that we benefit from. Kyrie Irving can't share a link. You know what I mean? And this is a multi-million-dollar basketball player. You understand? But who pay him? The Jewish man. But guess what? You see, if our people would stand up for Kyrie Irving and Kanye West and say, look, we're not playing no more basketball, them go poor. That is warfare. That we are trying to teach another I.S.U.P.K. You don't know warfare. Warfare is not necessarily go to war with guns and knives and swords, you know. You have to learn spiritual warfare. And it's not talking about Obia. That is a Christian church. With the stupidity in there, this overly spiritual thing. You have to learn economic warfare. Withdraw yourself from them financial system. Make the money circle in your community. Don't give it back to the Chinese. Learn where the Chinese is getting the goods and you sell the goods. You understand? That is where the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general YAHANNA they are fine. You know what I mean? And guess what we get this? Out of the Bible. So where did Christian pastor teach? Definitely not the Bible. You understand? All right, let me continue reading. 56. As for the other people, listen how the Most High racist. You learn about the Most High wrongfully. You did not learn about the God in the Bible. You learn about this fairy tale that the Christian church created, and that is not consistent with the Bible. Listen. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, listen. Thou hast said, the Most High has said, that they are nothing. Imagine that. So I wish God you learn about in a Christian church. This no sound like Selassie. This no sound like Selassie, you know. Because according to Rastafariism, Selassie come to unite the whole world. Our God now try unite the world. The Most High try unite we against the world so we can rule the world. You understand? It's simple, you know. And the solution to all our problems, you know. In order for somebody win, somebody have to lose. Currently, we are losing and they are winning. In order for we win, them have to lose. If you don't want them lose, you will never win. Just think about a race. And this is the reason why them call different nations race. Picture a race. Usain Bolt, Tyson Gear, you know what I mean? Asafa Powell. If Usain Bolt say, look, you know, I feel like everybody equal. Me should win the race. What will happen to Usain Bolt? He will lose the race. Usain Bolt have to come in at the race confident that he will win the race. And that is how Usain Bolt can guarantee his medal. If him slow down for make Tyson Gear tie with him cannot guarantee that Tyson Gear now go just run past him. It is harder to be equal than to be superior. It is easier to be superior than to be equal. I better you just say, yo, look, me I aim for the best other than me I aim for second. That is harder because guess what? You will come dead last in the race. And our race is dead last right now. You understand? That's simple. A warfare, you know. You understand? And guess what? We're going to learn warfare soon, regardless if we want to love the Christian church or love the weed in the Rastafari community or not. See? Because when this war kick off the right way, as me say, Russia just fling 2 missiles in a Poland and I shake it off like say, yo, not tell me nothing about that. We don't know nothing about no missile. World War III so intensify. Come here almost every class and telling us say, yo, in a World War III. It just don't reach nuclear yet. It will escalate and escalate. That is how the World War I start and how World War II start. With the invasion of somebody. This is World War III. When it reach nuclear, you have to learn warfare. You have to learn, say, oh, we and the Chinese are not equal. You have to learn, say, Chinese look out for Chinese. You have to learn, you see them little coolie people there in your community, the East Indian them, with a good power, because them there a long time. You have to learn, so them only care about for them people. You have to learn, so the Africans them only care about Africans. You have to learn, so the white man only care about white man when resource becomes scarce. And you know where you go left with? Oh, Jesus! And the Christian church are wrong go to pastor. Pastor just go take out the little money we left out of your pocket. Just chug out the little money we left out of your pocket. And say, friggin' idiot. Yeah, man, give me one tithes and give me one offering, man. Yeah, man. Jesus love everybody. Yeah, man. And then when the thing hit, when shit hit the fan now, you know where you go left? You go left with poverty and suffering. You go left with no way how to provide for your children or even protect them because of the Christian church. But would I advise you, come out of the Christian church now. Learn warfare. Come to the I.S.U.P.K and learn how to fight war, brethren. Don't be a simple people. Don't be a stupid and gullible people. You understand? Because you're not gullible when it comes to fighting on your brothers, you know. If your brother is selling a pair of shoes, you're skeptic. You bend up on your face and look and scrutinize it. But when the other nations them come to you, them selling you know what I mean, water, ice. You know what I mean? Water and ice within a flood, brethren. Can sell anything I want to buy it. Because you look on the other nations like we, let me say we. See, me not do that no more, no. But me I try to show and say, yo, look, all are we in this together. See, we as a people, we look on the other nations them as if they are, you know what I mean? They are harmless. And they are your worst enemy. Your brother will live next door is not your enemy. No care how much money him owe you, when him no pay you from last year, he must still your brother. You understand? Yeah, man, he is still your brother. You see, Chinese man is not your brother. You understand? You see, the white man is not your brother. Take it out of your brain. See? The Africans, them sell you into slavery. They are not your brothers. They knew that. They would have never sell them own people. You understand? Which nation are going to sell the strongest, you know what I mean, and the most skillful of them own people? Nobody would do that. They were selling the strongest and the most skillful of another people who they know were not their people. You understand? But we there for show you that. You understand? The Rastafari community would want you to love these Africans. And one of these days, I'm going to go in on Africa and show you what Africa really is. Currently, we're upon the Rastafari tour. We'll show you what Rastafariism is, so they can understand. Say, it's a stupid religion that was created out of a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? We'll get some pushback now, but people are going to research what we said, and then they're going to come back and say, oh shit, I truly matter. So we're upon the Rasta tour right now. We were on the Christian tour, where we burn out Christianity, and we show how there are molesters and homosexuals in a Christian church. We'll go back on that tour there. You know what I mean? Because the Christian church are the main problem out of the whole of them. See, right now we're on the Rasta tour. We are burn out Rastafariism. We're going to make you get it through skulls that Rastafariism is a danger to you and your children. You know what I mean? And then we are going to go in for Africa. You understand? And then we are going to go around full circle again and come back around to Christianity and then Rasta and then Africa again and Muslim and all of them. Everything that is poisonous to our people. You understand? But bear with we. Don't eat with too much as we show you the truth. See? Because we know say enough of this hard food to swallow because we grew up living a lie. You understand? Same like how when we tell you say Christmas is a lie, don't celebrate Christmas. The Christmas spirit from our youth so strong that when somebody tells us about don't celebrate Christmas, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Because that's Christmas spirit from when you're youth, I used to get the presents and the joy to the world and the, you know what I mean, the music. It developed a little warmness in your heart. So when you hear say Christianity, Christmas is idolatry, it's so offensive, but we're going to keep on ringing it and ringing it and ringing it until you understand. Because you ever see it, you're not blind, you know what I mean? You just need proper teachers, and the teachers them in the I.S.U.P.K, isn't it? All right, Psalms 147. Well on, let me finish reading 56. Verse 56. This is 2nd Esdras 6 and verse 56. And it said, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. So the most I make you know say, yo, you see the other people them who is not the children of Israel, they are nothing. You know, learn about that God in the Christian church. This is the God of war what the Bible talk about. He is your power. He is your father. You see? Listen. But be like unto spittle. You know what is spittle? Two. The most high hark and two on the next nation. Them. That is so, what I call it, so racist. But that is the God that we serve. You understand? He's racist to everybody else, but he love you though. You ever complain? Say him no like nobody. I mean, if me have a wife and she says she hate every man on road, but she love me. Me not complain. Me I say, well, I saw it for go. Yeah, man, that more I hear. See? Don't complain. You win the lotto. Why you complain? Stop sorry for the other nations. Them not sorry for you. See? The most I spit upon them. They are like spit too. Yeah, man. And I saw you for look upon them too. With scan, because them scan you. Them only like you when you give them your money. And that you need to understand. Let me continue reading. And as liken the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Let me read that again. See? And as liken the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. You know what that means? You see the billions and billions of people that is not the children of Israel. they come like a drop that fall from a vessel. Like if me have the cup here, I'm pour out one little drop. That is how the Most High consider them. They are nothing to the Most High. And the God that way in the Bible, no make nobody fool you. And that is the God that love your people. And guess what? And this is very important for you to understand too. You see, a God like that is very serious. It's not a fairy tale God. It's not a God that you can be doing all kind of evil. And then once you reach in a problem, you just pray one prayer and him bless you. That no sound like that God there. That God there no fool. So don't think say you're going to eat pork, you're going to sleep with your brother's wife, you're going to be a homosexual or a sodomite, and the same God bless you. That God there going to kill you. But you see, if you keep the Most High laws, that God there will bless you and make you strong and make you wise and make you learn warfare. You understand? Give you wisdom like when him give Solomon. That is the God where you deal with. It's not no fairy tale. It's not the God in the Christian church. Them don't read them something here. But this is the hard truth. This is the God that, all right, the Bible tell you about him, you know. The terrible power. That is what the Bible call him. The terrible God. The other nations, when we were serving the Most High, the other nations afraid of him. Him come like a horror show or a dopey show to them. You understand? Them afraid of him because them hear what him doing in Egypt. Yo, that what him doing in Egypt, you know, brethren, with the plagues them, you know. Yo, brethren, if you could remember what happened, because you did in Egypt, you know. See? But if you could remember what happened in Egypt, probably you would be traumatized. You understand? If you see the river turn blood, brother. If you see the place get swarmed with flies and be a frog jump up on people bed, and the place go dark and the sun in the sky, you know. The sun in the sky and the place just go dark. And then one night, you just hear all of the Egyptian them a ball. Because somebody dead in every house. One night. That is a horror show. What I try to tell you is, this is a God. He's merciful, you know. But no ramp with him, man. He is the reason why there's so much death in our city. Let me explain. The Bible tell you, is there evil done in the city and I have not done it? So you see the little youth, them are run wild in the streets and I murder people. And God I do it, man. Why am I do it? Because you won't stop being a homosexual. You know what I mean? You don't afraid of AIDS or you afraid of a gunshot then? All right. You afraid of gunshot. I saw our power work. You won't stop celebrate Christmas. All right. Somebody are going to grab your purse at all. We are trying to make you understand the Bible. Understand our God. He's not a play God. But he's merciful and he love you. He's a serious father. He's not a play God like what you see in the Christian church. You understand? You see, when we learn that now, here what we are going to do, we're going to start move more militant as a people. And be more, you know what I mean, holy. What we mean holy? Set apart. More skeptic. To indulge in everything. You remember we used to stay in Jamaica, we used to burn out certain things. The Most High did love that. Even though we never perfect, the Most High did love them style when we burn out certain things. And them things that the Most High like when we burn out certain things and don't deal in certain things. And him make we so, you know, but we lose way. You understand? That is what holiness is, you know. Holiness is when you say, yo, no man, we're not depend that, brother. That is holiness. Holiness is not hallelujah. Jesus, that is not holy. Shantala mama, that is not holy. Holy is your brother not come side of me with that, you know. That is holy. Holy is when you hear a man attack strange and fish here, you say, brother not come side of me, you know. Or you attack, so man up your voice, man. What you do, man? That is holy. Holy is when me say, yo, when you say, yo, a pork in that plate there, you move that from side of me, man. Or you can say it politely. That is holy. Holy is when you know mix and mingle with foolishness. You understand what the Christian church them teach you? Shantala mama baba 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 baba. When you're in the Bible and you feel that is holy when that is a demon. You understand? So the most I make you know say, yo, these other nations, they come like a drop from a vessel. They are nothing, brother. But you are something. You are something. See, we'll jump to the book of Psalms 147 and verse 19. Listen to this. He showeth his word unto Jacob. See, who is Jacob? Remember, I tell you that Jacob is the father of the 12 tribe of Israel. Jacob is YAHANNA in the Hebrew. See, his name was changed to Israel or Yashar Allah in the Hebrew, which means sons of God. You understand? Or prince of the power. See? So he showed his word unto Israel, unto Jacob, unto Yashar Allah. See? Which is we, black Hispanics and native Indians. See? His statutes and his judgment unto Israel, which is Jacob. You understand? Verse 20. He has not dealt so with any nation. What that mean? He did not have these dealings with any other nation. He don't know them. He don't know the white man. He not deal with them. See, but he might deal with Yashar Allah. That's why I'm sure us him statutes and his judgment. What are statutes? Statutes is where you find in a courthouse. You know what I mean? You hear, whenever you're in a parliament, you will hear like them talk about statutes and judgments. Them get all of that from we, you know, Bridget. See? Judgment meaning penalties for things where break the law, are consequences to things. Judgment. Judgment is not, our judge is not to criticize, you know. A judge give a verdict, a judgment, saying, or a punishment. You break the law, the judge is the one that send you to go to jail to serve life sentence. So when you hear somebody say, don't judge me, you are not judging them. You understand? That is the Christian church definition of judge, because they want to be able to be whores in the Christian church and eat pork. And you can't tell them, say, wrong. So them say, don't judge me. Don't judge unless you be judged. What the Bible says is, don't kill nobody and you won't be killed. You understand? Because judgment is a penalty for something. So if a man thief from you, you understand? You don't have the right to kill him. You understand? Don't judge unless you be judged, because guess what? You kill him, the most I ever make sure say, yo, somebody kill you. You understand? But the Christian church wanted to feel like if a woman in a church I be a whore, you can't say nothing. You know what I mean? When you see the homosexuals them up at the pulpit in the choir, you know if you say nothing. Don't judge unless you be judged. None of that it talk about. Tell them say you are some faggots in a church. Burn out the pastor and make him know say, yo, he might teach lies. You understand? You are not judging him, because if you were judging him, you would stone him to death like what the Bible says to do. You understand? But of course, no, we know in our nation we can put nobody to death. So what we have to do? We have to reprove, teach, make people know that is wrong. You understand? And the Most High will carry out the verdict. So if them want to continue to live a sinful life, which sin just mean breaking the Most High law, just replace sin with crime. You see how it practical now? Sin just mean crime. Crime when you break the Most High law. That's all it is. We are dealing with a nation, not a religion. See? So if a man continue to break the Most High law, he's a sinner, and the Most High will deal with him. You understand? So it said, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. David has said, yo, praise ye the Lord that these other nations don't know the Most High judgment. Why? Because we know his judgments. We suffer for the sins then. See? If them ever feel what we feel, they wouldn't be pretending to be us. You understand? But it pay the cost to be the boss. You understand? And now we are the boss. We are the boss nation. We suffer. You know what I mean? We pay the penalty. We deserve to be the Most High people. and the Most High will save we out of this captivity. Nuclear war is coming. You understand? And we will rule this earth. The Jewish man pretending to be us, he might go fall so quick after him throne, brethren. You know what I mean? So quick. Like what the Bible says, Lucifer, how have you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? That is not talking about Satan, that is talking about the white man. They might go fall from them heaven. You know what I mean? So lucky off a sidebar, but you know what I mean? All right, let me jump to another scripture. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 17 and 17. You know what I mean? And you can follow. This is Ecclesiasticus. All right, let me explain. So you have the Apocrypha. You know what I mean? There's really 88 books in the Bible. You know what I mean? 14 books was stolen out of the Bible. See? Slakia, 80 books. Slakia, 80 books. 14 was stolen by the Catholic Church. You know what I mean? Paul Bogle was reading 1st and 2nd Maccabees. You know what I mean? And then he did the Marant Beer rebellion happen, and then them banned the book of Maccabees. Them call it the book of Maccabees, but it's really 1st and 2nd Maccabees. See, it's not a Obia. All it's talking about is how we fought against the Greeks. You understand? The Maccabee brothers, which mean hammer in Hebrew. Maccabea, which mean hammer in Hebrew. See? These brothers with them father fought against the Greeks. Who are the Greeks? The white people who was oppressing us in those times. You understand? Paul Bogle read it and say, but wait. Then the same thing them people are go through. Not knowing that these are his people, you know. But anyway, long story short, the Roman Catholic Church stole these books, 14 books, including 1st and 2nd Maccabees, out of the Bible so that them can spread, you know what I mean, Christianity. Because with these books, there's no Christianity. You understand? Of course, with the Bible, with the regular Bible that we have with the 66 books, there's no Christianity, you know. But they are not able to spread the lies when, you know what I mean, you have this. You understand? Because this tell you, this bust a lot of them secret. You understand? You know who your enemy is when you read the Apocrypha. You understand? So, Ecclesiasticus 17 and 17, Ecclesiasticus is in the Apocrypha. See? For in the division of the nations of the world, of the whole earth, Slakia, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Lord's portion. So the Most High made the division of the earth. You understand? It's the Most High who divide people. The Most High don't bring people together. He separate Chinese from Japanese. He separate Africans from white people. He separate we from the rest of them. Put everybody in their own land. That's why it said, you know what I mean? And set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Lord's portion. We are the Most High. We belong to the Most High. Him give them king. If them want to go worship a stone, them can go worship a stone. But these people, which are we, is the Most High's portion. You understand? And we can't get out of it. And neither should we want to get out of it. It is the best thing in this. It's like winning the lotto. You understand? Let me continue. Let me jump to another scripture. Deuteronomy 32 and 8. And it says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. So it's the Most High that divide nations and give them inheritance. You understand? So Daniel Tomlinson said, good question, brother. I did just explain it still, but good question. Is the Maccabee a witchcraft book? No, brother, no. One of these days, you know what I mean? Oh, I could do it. I don't want to read it, I couldn't hear it. And just to say, it's all it is about brothers fighting against oppression. Going to war, guerrilla warfare. You see? What I can do, I can encourage you to purchase an Apocrypha and watch your classes, read it, and then come with your questions. You know what I mean? You will see I don't know witchcraft, nothing, brother. There's no kind of witchcraft in it. Nothing at all. There's no witchcraft in the Bible. See? And there's no witchcraft in the Apocrypha. You know what I mean? Just a simple book telling how the Maccabean brothers had to fight against the Greeks. You know what I mean? And eventually they were killed, but them fight nonetheless. You know what I mean? Them fight against oppression. You understand? And all the Greeks, them did a kill we because they try force you to eat pork. You know what I mean? And many people rather die than eating pork. That is how disgusting eating pork is today, you know. You understand? Once upon a time, we would rather die than eat pork. You know what I mean? It's recorded. Then a woman, let me sidebar again, a mother and her 7th son died, you know, got mutilated because they refused to eat pork. You know what I mean? And they died with confidence. You know what I mean? Rather than eat pork. But nowadays, the Christian church, you know what I mean, Pastor Pork Chop teacher say, yo, you know what I mean? What the Most High has cleansed, make no man call unclean. You know what I mean? Misunderstanding the Bible. You understand? So you catch diabetes and you catch heart disease. You understand? Yeah, man, and that me did hear too, brother, before I come in at the truth. See? Come in at the truth and find out, say, everything what we learn was a lie. And was those things to make us afraid. You know what I mean? It was, as me say, you know what I mean? As me say, after Paul Bogle rebellion, them banned 1st and 2nd Maccabees. See? From Jamaica. Which in essence, banning the Apocrypha. See? So ban 1st and 2nd Maccabees and the other 12 books. See? And then them spread a rumor say it's a Obia book. And Obia illegal in Jamaica. This is the reason why they make Obia illegal in Jamaica. See? But to be, you know what I mean, to be exact is just because the book teach, you know what I mean? Well, not teach. It's just a story that say the white man are the oppressor. And it will just open me an eye and look on the white man different. You understand? That's why we implore our brothers them for come a class, man. You know what I mean? You do the right thing when you click on the live, yeah, Daniel. See? Because all of that are just rumors. You know what I mean? Christ, Yahawashi Mashiach, which the world called Jesus, he said, I am not come to destroy the law, nor the prophets. So him keep the law. Him come for fulfill it himself. You know what I mean? So him keep the laws them. You understand? So yeah, man, just go and watch your class them, man. You will see what go on. Or even better, call the number in the bio of this page. You know what I mean? And come to class in person. You see me? Yeah, man, we dispel all of the lies them, man. That's why we call ourselves the home of the truth, you know? Yeah, man, a whole heap of lie out there and superstition, and we clear that up. You understand? All right. Let me read Deuteronomy 32:8 again, and it says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam. So America like to say that, you know what I mean, we are one big melting pot. You understand? All men are created equal, but the Most High never want that. The Most High separated the sons of Adam. You know what I mean? Shem, and Japheth. Him give them own land. You understand? Well, not Shem and Japheth. Adam's sons. But after, you know what I mean, now Abraham, Noah's sons, Shem and Japheth. So you have the Amites, the Shemites, Japhites. You know what I mean? The Shemites, you know what I mean? The Jewish man like to use the word anti-Semite. Well, that is just talking about anybody who come from Shem. But to him claim to be the only Shemite, him say, if you talk against him, you are anti-Semitic. When we are Semitic also. Well, we are the real Semitic because we get we are the specific descendant of Shem. Come down to the children of Israel. We have the covenant to the Most High. See? They are Shemites too, you know. But they are not the only Shemites. We are the way they call it, the primary Shemites. We are the only ones that should say somebody is being anti-Semitic. You understand? So the Most High divided. So you have the Shemites, you have the Amites. Who are the Amites? The Amites are the Africans. You understand? We are not them. They are not Shemites. You know what I mean? The Bible dictionary say, you know what I mean? These are the sons of Am, the Egyptian, you know what I mean? The Canaanites, you know what I mean? The the Ethiopians, you know what I mean, and the Foothites, Slakia, you know what I mean, another one. See? These are the progenitors of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Why? Because the Negroes, which are we, the people who Marcus Garvey fight for. See? We come from Shem. We are the descendants of the children of Israel. Go straight back to Shem. The Amites, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, you know what I mean, the Canaanites, which are the South Africans. See? They are not Shemites, they are Hamites. Ham, which means hot or come in the Hebrew. Why them call them hot? Because them black. They are them black like tar. You understand? So we call them come or burnt or hot. We say, yo, we say they are so black, they must be hot. Because them look burnt. You understand? So we call them come or ham. You understand? Yeah, man. So the Most High divided the people. The Most High is not one to bring people together. You understand? The Most High bring his people together by themselves, separate them from other people, put them by themselves, separate them from other people, put them by themselves. The same way the lion is separate from the tiger, you know what I mean, and the gazelle and the zebra. You understand? All right, let me continue reading. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Meaning we are supposed to rule over these people. So he set them bounds according to the number of us. So that we rule over them. You know what I mean? We are the central focal point. You understand? We are the Most High's chosen. That's why we so special. We in a captivity today and our culture is the strongest culture upon the face of the earth. Little Jamaica can create, you know what I mean, reggae dancehall, ska, trap dancehall, you know what I mean? So many different genre of music, dances, you know what I mean, style, patterns, everything. You know what I mean? Even viral sayings. You know what I mean? We're very spirit, we're full of spirit, so to speak. You understand? Because we're the Most High's people. Same thing with the North American Negroes, our brothers, the Judites. Whatever them do, we follow them, you know. Them even more cultural than we, you know. You know what I mean? The whole earth follow them. You know what I mean? The whole earth, every tribe of Israel follow the black man in America. If him wear him hat back way, we wear our hat back way. If him wear saggy pants, we wear saggy pants. If him pull him pants down on him bottom, every man pull them pants down on them bottom. See? We follow everything him do because I'm the leading tribe. You understand? Not saying that you're supposed to wear your pants down on your bottom. See? But that is how Judah is. Judah is supposed to be the head tribe and we supposed to be the head nation. See? Everybody follow we, the children of Israel. You understand? Everybody. The Chinese, brethren. The Chinese, them boring, you know, brethren. The Japanese, them boring, you know. The white man, boring. The Africans, them disgusting. You understand? You understand? So, but we just full of style and pattern, brother. We just have a swag. Our thing just neat. You understand? Because we are the salt of the earth, like what the Bible says. You see? Yeah, man. All right, let me just finish up, read up them scripture. You see? All right, this is Isaiah chapter 40 and 15. We're going to read 15 to 17. It said, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket. Talking about the other people, like we read before in 2nd Esdras. You understand? The Most I consider them a drop from a bucket, like a drop from a vessel. Like 2nd Esdras, they a drop from a vessel. This is a drop from a bucket, like a drip of water, bridging. You understand? This is the God we are dealing with. It's not the genie, the fairy tale God in the Christian church. You understand? Let me continue reading. And are counted as the small dust of the balance. So the Most I consider the entire nations in the earth, different from the children of Israel, like a dust particle. Him don't regard them, brother. You understand? And we continue reading. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. Verse 17, all nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. You understand? So this is the relationship that the Most High have with every other nation. You understand? But the children of Israel, the only way we fall into that category is if we break the Most High laws. Right now is as if we are nothing, because we keep eating pork, we keep sleeping with our brother's wife. You know what I mean? We keep worshiping in Christianity. So we fall in that bracket there. But when we come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, you understand, the Most High will, you know what I mean, make us be his people again. Yeah, let me find that. Find that scripture there. Zine, remember to click up the screen. You know what I mean? And I shall be your God. 1 second. Shall be your God. All right, this is what? Verse 22. All right, let me read from verse 20. One second. Slack here. 1 second. All right. But I have to read like the whole chapter. But all right, this is what the Most High promised us in. And this is after all is said and done. In promise, we are going to be in people again, and Him are going to be with God, with God again. See? It says, verse 22, Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 22. See? You can read the entire chapter when you have time. See? It says, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Verse 23, behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury. Well, that I talk about like in judgment afterwards. See? But we shall be his people, and he will be our God. You understand? But right now, we're not so much in the Most High good graces. It'll get better because now you have brothers in the UPK, you know what I mean? And we are teach our people that we are the children of Israel. You understand? And people are come back to the knowledge now, say them are the children of Israel. They must stop them pork, they must stop sleep with them brother's wife. You know what I mean? You know, to be safe, you know what I mean? Not even to be safe, you know. The right thing to do, the best way to do this. Don't chance it. Because we know that 2/3 of our people will not make it. You know what I mean? This world war is going to be terrible. See? 2/3 of our people will perish. You understand? Which means 1/3 will make it. The only guarantee that you will make it into the 1/3 is if you're in the UPK. You understand? So with that now, we're going to close off the class. You know what I mean? And again, the ISUPK is not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. The ISUPK is the home of the truth. You know what I mean? It started with the ISUPK. You know what I mean? These other groups out there, you know what I mean? They are not teaching what we taught them. You understand? Don't run no risk with your you know what I mean, with yourself and go learn from these other groups. Learn from the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA. We are the home of the truth. You know what I mean? All these other groups are breakoffs from us. They got no permission to go and teach. You understand? What they are doing is what you would call rogue. You know, like when a soldier go rogue, you know what I mean? They are off. And hence the reason why you find so much destruction take place in a few them groups. You know what I mean? And embarrassment. You know what I mean? And so many filthy activities because guess what? They are not in the truth. You understand? All right, let me see this now. Serika Boswell said, great knowledge, brother. You man, big up yourself, sis. You know what I mean? We want to see you in a class. You know what I mean? All right, Mata Aya Allah. All right. All right, with that, we're going to jump to the security announcements. See?